Hello Gates. Robbie Robertson was born on July 5, 1943, in Toronto, Canada, into a family with a rich and diverse background. His mother came from Mohawk and Cayuga roots, while his father was of Jewish immigrant descent. Growing up surrounded by cultural traditions, stories, and music, he developed a deep appreciation for art and heritage that would guide his life's work. From a young age, Robbie was drawn to the guitar, teaching himself to play with a unique blend of rhythm and storytelling that quickly set him apart. By his teenage years, he was performing in local bands and earning respect for his natural songwriting and technical ability. His first real break came when he joined Ronnie Hawkins and the Hawks, a rockabilly group that toured across North America. The experience not only honed his skills but also introduced him to the musicians who would later form the band with him: Levon Helm, Rick Danko, Richard Manuel, and Garth Hudson. Together, they would help reshape the sound of rock music. In the late 1960s, the band rose to fame with a sound that was rustic, soulful, and far removed from the psychedelic wave dominating the era. Their debut, Music from Big Pink, became a landmark in music history, with songs like The Wait earning a timeless reputation. Robertson, as the group's primary songwriter and guitarist, was responsible for much of their distinct identity. His lyrics captured scenes of rural America, working-class struggles, and the depth of the human spirit. Classics such as The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down and It Makes No Difference reflected his ability to tell stories that resonated across generations. Robertson's guitar playing was equally distinctive, powerful but never flashy, always serving the song rather than overshadowing it. His vision for the group also extended beyond music, often guiding their direction and acting as their spokesman. The band's legacy was cemented not only through their own work but also through their collaboration with Bob Dylan. They stood with Dylan during his controversial transition from folk to electric rock, facing audience backlash but proving their resilience and commitment to artistry. By 1976, however, the pressures of fame and the toll of years on the road led Robertson to orchestrate a farewell concert, The Last Waltz. Filmed by Martin Scorsese, it became one of the most celebrated concert films of all time, bringing together legends like Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, and Eric Clapton. After the band, Robertson pursued a solo career that showcased his evolving style. His debut in 1987 blended rock with atmospheric production and included collaborations with Peter Gabriel and U2. Later works explored his indigenous heritage, weaving native voices and chants into modern soundscapes. Beyond albums, Robertson developed a long creative partnership with Scorsese, contributing to soundtracks for films like Raging Bull, Casino, Gangs of New York, and The Irishman. His ability to use music to enhance visual storytelling earned him immense respect in both music and film circles. He also wrote a memoir, Testimony, which gave fans a candid look into his journey and relationships. In his personal life, Robertson married Dominique Bourgeois, a Canadian journalist, in 1968. Their marriage, though tested by the strains of fame and lifestyle, endured until 2003, and together they raised 3 children. Later in life, he found love again with Janet Zuccarini, a successful Canadian entrepreneur and TV personality, marrying her in 2023 shortly before his passing. Yet one of the most surprising aspects of Robertson's life was his disdain for Paul McCartney. Despite his respect for most of his peers, Robertson often criticized McCartney, calling him overly polished and controlling. Unlike Dylan, whom Robertson admired for risk-taking and rawness, McCartney seemed to him like the ultimate crowd-pleaser, more focused on popularity than artistic depth. While he spoke warmly of George Harrison, John Lennon, and Ringo Starr, Robertson admitted that McCartney was the one musician he could never get along with, saying late in life that Paul was the only person he truly hated. Robbie Robertson passed away on August 9, 2023, at the age of 80, after a year-long battle with prostate cancer. Even as his health declined, he continued to create and reflect on the power of storytelling in music. His life was one of constant reinvention, cultural celebration, and deep artistic integrity, leaving behind a legacy that shaped both the history of rock and the emotional landscape of modern music.